What up, everybody? This Prophet Mahmoud representing all the cast-offs worldwide. Y'all don't know what a cast-off is. A cast-off is being who you are, even when it's unpopular, when your thoughts and what you stand for is different in the crowd. You are a cast-off. And once again, I'm at 5 o'clock p.m. And this is the third episode of the Said Watson Live Show. I told y'all I was going to be on time every single day. And I appreciate everybody who taking the time to watch on live. This is Instagram, this is YouTube, and this is Facebook. Once again, I appreciate everybody who took out the time to tune in. And like I always say, and I know y'all probably tired of hearing me say this, but if we led with love and respect, the world will be a way better place. Not treating a homeless man bad because he can't do nothing for you, and so you disrespect and treat him bad. And then there's somebody who in a position of power who could change your life financially, or somebody you want something from it. You treat them great and show them the utmost respect, and then you disrespect somebody who you think is beneath you. And that's just not a man way. That's just not a decent way of being, man. I believe we should lead with love and respect. Treat that homeless man with the same respect we'll treat this billionaire. Treat a person we could whoop, or somebody who actually weaker than us. Treat them with the same respect you would treat Mike Tyson, or somebody who really dangerous, somebody you afraid of. Just treat them both with love and respect. If we lead with love and respect, it'll be a lot less problems, a lot less drama, a lot less killing. I learned that from my big homie Jeff T. God bless his soul, man. My homie Jeff T tell us on the block all the time. We don't have to like each other. We don't have to agree with each other, but we do have to respect each other, because all this fighting and all this killing is because somebody felt disrespected. And so if we just treat everybody with respect, we want respect. And so we got to believe we reap what we sow. If I want people to respect me, if I don't want to be name called, if I don't want people to act like this towards me, that's how we should treat people, because everything we do is a seed. So if we sow the seed of respect, we reap respect. Man, I done been to every ghetto in America. I done been on the worst corners with the worst people, with the people who done killed 6, 7 people who just known as just bad people to the world. And I had no problems nowhere I went. And it's not because I'm a tough guy, not because nobody afraid of me or anything like that. It's because I always led with love and respect the rules and the protocol of the environment I'm going in. And people are human beings at the end of the day. If you lead with respect, they gonna treat you respectfully. And so we can't go in somebody's environment and thinking like, I'm gonna change them over to my beliefs, and you go, God should not do this, and you shouldn't eat this, and scripture this, and all this deep ass shit, bro. Instead of just going with love and respect, man. If you lead with love and respect, somebody might listen to you. You know what I'm saying? And as a man, we do not match energy. Do not match energy. And I know I'm talking about leading with love and respect, but when we have respect for ourselves, like we should respect ourselves. And when I say that, it's like, not all that I respect myself and all that. I ain't talking about like that. I'm just saying, like, you know what? I'm a man, bro. These is morals and principles that I live by. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. I'm going to keep my integrity. I'm going to keep my morals no matter what y'all do or don't do. I am not matching energy. The moment you kill your respect, your morals to match somebody else, and you acting like them, man, you are a weak weasel. That is you. And a lot of times, I was acting out of character. No, that's who you really are. And so when you wasn't acting like that, you might have been acting in character like that. And so when you match energy with the scumbags and start rolling around in the mud with the pigs, that's probably who you really is a lot of times. So we got to lead with love and respect, for real. You know, I wish, when we get the One Nation of Christ ministry all the way up, and when we get to our own facilities with the sports leagues and the tutoring programs and the businesses and everything together, I want us to greet each other with love and respect. When we see each other, we ain't gonna say hi, good morning. We gonna say love and respect, sister. Love and respect, brother. I think that'd be so dope, man. Lead with love and respect. For real. Just to keep on our mind, man. Lead with love and respect. I know I'm going on and on and on about the lead, love, and respect thing. But And so we're on episode 3. And so if y'all know, with the One Nation of Christ Ministries, we have 7 principles. The first principle is put God first. Put God first in your life. And how we put God first is doing what we know was right and what God wants us to do, no matter how we feel. I might want to take something from somebody because I feel like they don't care about it and I feel like I deserve it, but I ain't gonna do that, bro, because I feel that's the wrong thing to do. I ain't gonna match energy with a weak weasel, not because I'm just this perfect guy, but that's just not the right thing to do. That's how we put God first, for real. And when we walk in our God-given purpose, when we take our hardships and all that and we use it to serve people, that's how we put God first. And the law too is doing others as you want done to you. The golden rule to any faith. Doing to others as you want done to you. And today, since it's episode 3, law 3 is we reap everything we sow. Sowing and reaping. Sowing and reaping. And, you know, we hear a lot in this. I don't know if it's because I changed environments or I got older and I'm around different people now. But everybody you meet, I'm not this. I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual. Everybody, it's spiritual. I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual. How you doing? Spiritual? Hey, good morning, Grand Rising. That's not spiritual. Good morning. Everybody's so fucking deep and spiritual. And scripture taught us, for real, that spirituality is a lot like sowing and reaping. Like, it is sowing and reaping. It's a lot like farming. And so the third law is we reap what we sow, right? If we treat the spirit world how farmers treat farming, we have a better understanding of what it means to walk in the spirit and sowing and reaping, right? When a farmer plant tomato seeds, right, or just any seeds, pumpkin seeds, when he plant the seeds, put it under the ground, you bury it, you water it, right? You sow tomato seeds, right? It's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna develop roots, and then pretty soon the harvest gonna come. And if you plant tomato seeds, you're not gonna get a banana tree. You're not gonna get bananas. You're gonna get tomatoes. And so we have to look at the spirit world and sowing and reaping a lot like farming, right? Because our thoughts are like seeds, just like those tomato seeds. Our thoughts are seeds, right? Our thoughts. Whatever we thinking about, it ain't just some stuff in our mind and just imagination or memory. Our thoughts are seeds, right? Scripture teaches us, as a man thinketh, so is he. So when we have a thought and we thinking about something over and over again, right? Those are seeds that go into the spirit world. And just like that farmer who planted that seed and buried that seed underground, you can't see what's going on underground. And that's just like in the spirit world. That seed going to the spirit world. And just like that farmer plant that seed, it grow roots. It's like in the spirit world, grow roots. And then pretty soon the harvest manifests in our life. And that's why Jesus said, as a man thinketh, so is he. So whatever we thinking about over and over again, we attract that to our life. And they got books about it, everything called law of attraction, but ain't nothing but Jesus principles. But when we thinking about grow a harvest in our life, if we keep that thought over and over, and pretty soon it becomes what we thinking about. We become what we thinking about. And that's just like our words. Our words are seeds. You know, scripture says life and death is in the power of the tongue. So just like you plant that tomato seed, you're going to get tomatoes and not apples. Our thoughts is like that. So if you thinking good thoughts, you waking up thinking positive, you're going to get more positivity in your life. But you wake up every morning, this bitch did that. That nigga ain't did that. That nigga ain't shit. This one did me wrong. No, just all your thoughts is negative. And how do our thoughts get negative? Listening to the wrong things, listening to the wrong people, speaking the wrong things, doing the wrong things, looking at the wrong things. Our words produce thoughts, and other people's words produce thoughts. So you let them speak in your life. Now them negative thoughts has developed in your life, and pretty soon they come in your life. And just like our thoughts, our words are seeds, and we keep speaking something over and over. It's like we sowing the seed and it manifests in our physical life. And just like our actions, we call it karma, we call it, a lot of stuff, but it ain't nothing but sowing and reaping. What we do, pretty soon, if I do something, I might not get the results of what I done did right away, because it's just like a farmer planting that seed. Pretty soon that harvest gonna come in his life. But what we do will manifest in our life, and it's just sowing and reaping, man. That's why we say treat people the way you want to be treated. Everything we do is a seed and will manifest in our physical life. I hope I went on and on and on too much about this, but because I supposed to, man, last night, if y'all was with me at 5 o'clock, these shows would be 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes. I was on here an hour and 20 minutes yesterday. And so I don't want to stay on the topic too long. But that's sowing and reaping. That's sowing and reaping. And I'm spiritual. Oh, that spooky, weirdo stuff, man. But look, man, it's all sowing and reaping. At the end of the day, we reap what we sow. And just like I was just focusing on the bad things, but even the good things, right? Scripture teaches us, right? Give and it will be given to you. But a lot of times we don't even believe that because we probably gave to a selfish person who ain't going to give nothing back to us. We probably gave to a user who ain't going to give nothing back to us, right? We done probably gave to a homeless person who ain't going to give us nothing back. But just like you sow tomato seeds and pretty soon roots grow and then a harvest come, tomatoes come, that's just like our giving. So when you give and be a blessing, you are sowing seeds of giving in the spirit world. And pretty soon, somebody gonna give to you and be a blessing when you least expect it, from who you least expected from. I know everybody on here has been through that. Like, damn, I didn't expect that person to help me. I expected that person, the person I looked out for. And the person who looked out for you and helped you was when you least expected from somebody you least expected from. And that's from you helping somebody probably 3 months ago or probably last year because you sowed those seeds of giving. And so everything we do is a seed that's going to come back in our life. And that's why scripture say give and it will be given to you. And just like that's a good seed we sowed, that's why scripture said, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if our mind is always on doom and gloom and I got to get this person back, we are sowing all those negative seeds. And just like a farmer sowing tomato seeds and roots grow and the harvest finally come, that's just like them negative thoughts. Pretty soon it's going to manifest in the physical out of the spirit, because our thoughts are spiritual. Our words are just ain't sound. We speaking, that is spiritual, bro. Our words are spiritual, man. Our words are so deep, bro. We don't even know that. One word could change somebody's life. It could be a person who got the gift, bro. They could go to the next level and you get one demonic weak weasel in their ear and talk them right out of their dream. And now we done missed out on somebody who could change the world. And on the other hand, there might be somebody who encouraged that person when they felt like quitting, and that person get a pep in their step and start understanding like, man, I am great. And somebody word could talk them into not quitting, and that person could do something great that it could impact the real world, could impact the whole world, man. And that's how powerful words is. It ain't, man, let me tell you something for real. You could get into a fight with somebody and y'all can make up, right? Somebody could say something to you that will hurt and scar you for the rest of your life and made you feel a certain way you would never forget. And you will forgive a person y'all had a whole fist fight with, and y'all might have bust each other lip and y'all probably got over it and laugh about it and probably be cool. Like, man, boy, you was swinging wild and like, man. But a person could say something to you and it stick with you for the rest of your life. And even if you forgive them, you don't forget. You always keep that in the back of your mind, because a lot of times we cannot forget how something made us feel. We could forget what happened a lot of times, but we never forget how something made us feel. And so our words is so powerful, man. That's why scripture teaches us life and death is in the power of the tongue, for real. I'm going to move on. I'm sorry. I'm going on too long. How many minutes I've been on here? Sorry, y'all. I've been on here 15 minutes and I ain't even got off the intro. And I'm not going to keep y'all on here an hour, 20 minutes again, y'all. I promise y'all. Okay. All right, man. Somebody had asked me, how do they get rid of anxiety? That's a hard question for me because I never had anxiety, for real. I never had anxiety in my life. I never had anxiety. I never like got in a room full of people and like got queasy, or I never experienced it, you know. And so I don't know. I don't know. Like that ain't, you know. But one thing I can say for real, a lot of times we drive ourselves crazy just not living our truth. Just not living our truth, man. Living your truth is so freeing. So many times, right? So many times. No, I ain't gonna say that. But one thing I do know is living your truth is freeing. When we realize people gonna talk about you no matter what you do or don't do, you won't try to be so perfect. Because when you trying to be so perfect, they still gonna have something to say. And once I realized, like, me exposing my flaws to the world, bro, me not trying to be perfect, people come on like, Prophet, first of all, how's your name Prophet? You're not a prophet. I know my name ain't Prophet. That was a name given to me when I was gang banging on the corner, 1100 block of Belmont Avenue. When I was a kid rapping, my blood, niggas posted by the stove. They gave me that nickname Prophet way back then. So it's not me talking about I'm a preacher or a pastor or anything like that. Prophet was a name given to me as a kid, bro. And I didn't even know what a prophet was when they gave me that. But what I'm saying is, but if I got on here and try to act like I don't cuss, or act like I'm so perfect, then somebody could expose something I said, and now I'm, you know what I'm saying, and now I don't want to go on the internet and I'm feeling bad. But when you live your truth, they can't hold it against you and you could be free. So you can't even be blackmailed a lot of times. Like, man, I told the people that. And so when you just trying to spray perfume on your BS, that do cause anxiety. That do cause a lot of nervousness, and I can't be who I am. But when you say, I don't care who I am, like, I'm bald head. You take off your wig, yeah, I'm bald head. You know what I'm saying? It's just a certain free, like, you know, you hear all the backlash, or I ain't got no teeth. You pull your dentures out and smile like, yeah, I ain't got no teeth. Or, nigga, I'm fat. I'm not a BBW. I'm not big boned in that. I'm fat. And now people can't even hold that against you. You could be free. It just caused so much mental problems, so much anxiety when we spray perfume on our BS. You know what I'm saying? And so I just believe in living naked. And I ain't talking about with no clothes on. Just saying, like, just put your flaws on Front Street. People gonna talk about you anyway, even if you hide your flaws. And when you hide your flaws, now you trying to be accepted for something that you really ain't. And that would drive you crazy when you look in the mirror like, man, I'm just a fake ass person, bro. I'm so tired of tap dancing for these people being fake. But when you just live your truth, and then the people accept your truth, like, fuck it, he real, he him, man, that's the best feeling in the world. And then when people hate you for your truth, like, that's what you really think? Yeah, motherfucker, that's what I really think. I can't mess with you. Good. I know we ain't really supposed to be connected because I believe in this. This is who I am. And if you don't accept that, it ain't meant for us to be connected for real. And so now you know who really for you and who against you for real. It's a thin line. This is my enemies and these is my friends. But if you trying to hide your flaws and go with the crowd and be accepted by people and just try to be something you ain't, man, that shit'll drive you crazy. People opinion. So that's why I always say live your truth for real. But let me get to the point, man. Let me get to this story, right? Man, y'all feel what I'm saying? Y'all agree or disagree with what I said for real? Y'all agree or disagree? Just like, y'all agree or disagree? Oh my goodness. My phone. All right, man. So my homeboy, and this is the same homeboy I've been telling y'all about, right? Do y'all probably, if y'all been following me for a minute, y'all remember I told y'all about my homeboy, right? Who was trying to sue this girl that he met on Instagram and flew her out from out of town to Atlanta. And when she got here, she wasn't the same skin complexion. She wasn't the same weight. She didn't look the same. The filter had her looking totally different. He get to her and like, who are you? And she like, that's me. And he looking, then he like, oh, that is her. But that ain't who I thought she was, right? So he done booked her plane ticket. He done took off work. He done booked a hotel room. He done booked a rental car because he done lied to flex like he was a baller. So he didn't rent it. Anyway, he done spent probably about $4,000, right? So he done spent like $4,000, right? Flew this girl in, and I can't even say he got catfish but it was her. But I guess she had the angles on the picture a certain way, and she had on filters and all that. So when he seen her, he was like, I want my money back. I'm suing. And so a big argument break out. I think she started swinging on him. And so I know I told y'all that story. And so that ain't the point that I'm trying to make, right? But I'm just letting y'all know a background about my homie. And then I had told another story about my homie. He don't mind me telling these stories. Matter of fact, he tell me, you know what, man, go ahead and tell the story, man. Just don't say my name, man. Everybody need to hear this, right? The same guy I had, the same dude got into it with his child's mama, and she called the police on him. And he didn't assault her. He ain't that type of guy. He ain't no assault guy, but he wouldn't leave the house. Like they was fighting over the baby. He tried to grab his kid. She grabbed the kid. It's my baby. He trying to take the baby. She called the police. They ended up taking him to jail. So I had to bond him out, right? Guess why he was trying to take the baby? Hey, look. Hey, guess why he was trying to take the baby, right? He tried to take his baby and almost got a kidnapping charge with his own kid because he went to go pick up his son. This was his time they got joint custody, so he was going to pick up his son, right? And the son was getting breastfed, right? He spazzed out. I know y'all like, what's the matter with getting breastfed? It's healthy. It's natural. But the problem is, his child mama wasn't breastfeeding his baby. Her cousin was breastfeeding the baby. And her cousin smoked Black and Milds, drink 40s, drink Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put her business out, but she's is sex worker a derogatory word? Because I don't want to get my page struck. But she, got a, OnlyFans, and you can meet her for $50. And so that's who was breastfeeding his son. He spazzed out, boy. He spazzed out, man. He spazzed out. Give me my baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? He spazzed out. And so he in the car crying when I get him from jail. When I go pick him up from jail, I'm thinking he crying about jail. He ain't crying about jail. He's still crying about his son. Like, man, I can't believe it, bro. Can't believe it. Out of all the titties that been in my baby mouth, that one was in my baby mouth. You know how many lips that been on those titties? Man, he really crying, bro. He said it probably wasn't milk coming out, bro. It was probably Hennessy coming out. My baby probably drunk. He's like, man, my baby drunk. Did you see him? He looked drunk. I'm looking like, man, I wasn't there, bro. I wasn't there, man. But like, man, my baby was drunk. Well, I'm sure it was Hennessy coming out those breasts. And so, it's the same dude, right? It's the same dude, right? It's the same dude. Okay, so now the latest. This what happened yesterday. This happened yesterday. What's today? This happened June 13th. I remember because my homeboy D-Bay's birthday. So he meet another girl on a dating site though, on Facebook dating. So he go see her. He go like she go to the restaurant before him. You know what I'm saying? It's her. He's like, oh, thank God, boy, no catfish. He looking like she really not eating that much. She like, you all right? She said, yeah, I need to go to the bathroom. Man, she stand up, man. Why she 8 months pregnant, bro? She 8 months pregnant, bro. He like, come on, man, you pregnant, bro. He said he ain't want to ask her because sometimes a girl don't be pregnant. She might just have a gut. And then if you ask her, because I did that before. I thought like, what I'm saying? I thought a woman was pregnant. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, man. I just had my son, man. How many months is you? Because I was interested in stuff. You know, after you have a baby, you be interested in babies, a woman pregnant, everything. And so, man, me not knowing no better, like, oh man, you know, this was Cedric 8. He was probably like 2 months then. So I was like, man, you know, how far along is you? Motherfucker, doing it like I'm pregnant? She got mad. She got mad. So I don't do that no more. I would never assume a woman pregnant in my life. But my homeboy, he seen her get up and he was like, man, I know she ain't pregnant, bro. She ain't even a little pregnant. She big pregnant, bro. Like, she big pregnant. She big time pregnant. Man, I might have to deliver this baby at the restaurant how pregnant she is, bro. And he was like, man, like, I can't believe it. Man, he deleted his Facebook. I said, why didn't you delete the Facebook day? No, I don't want no social media. I got catfish once, spent $4,000-$5,000. Now this pregnant girl that showed up, man. And so, man, Young Hirsch, what's good with you? And if I don't see the comments, I'm sorry because I'm on 3. This is this Instagram? This Instagram, this is YouTube, and this is Facebook. Young Hirsch, boy, I ain't seen you I literally ain't seen you in 7 years. But yeah, man, that's what happened, man. My homeboy went on a date. She got up and she was 8-9 months pregnant, man. My homeboy was like, my goodness. And he said, good thing came out, like, she wasn't hungry. I had to spend no money. And so that was a good part of it. But yeah, man. Okay, all right. So next question, somebody had asked me. Now I'm gonna do the questions, right? So because I didn't even get to a lot of questions because I did over the time last time. But somebody just asked me, how did I come up with the God gave me a gift and it's called Today T-shirts? Well, I know a lot of y'all probably tired of hearing me talking about that. Man, I seen that, man. I seen it, man. Congratulations. I love to see people married, man. Like, I love to see people, man. I love to see marriage, man, because it's a satanic attack on family. It's a satanic attack on family, bro. Because I really believe, you know, little boys need their dads. Little boys need their dads and their moms. And so sometimes as a single parent, man, you got to work so hard. Inflation is a mug. The price of living is double everywhere. So as a parent, you got to work harder just to keep food on the table, lights, gas, clothes, all that stuff. And then a lot of times you be too tired to really do anything else with your kids, because kids require, you got them in sports. You got them in piano lessons. You got to watch movies with them. You got to clean up after them. You got to teach them. You got to do homework. You got to love them. You got to listen to them. You got to talk to them. But like a lot of times when you overwork, that part is hard. So we need 2 parents. And so when we have a functional family, you know, if we have functional families on a block, you have a great block. And I know I said this yesterday, but I have to repeat this, man. If we have a great block with great families, we have a great neighborhood. We have great neighborhoods, we have great communities and great cities. Great cities, we have a great state. We have great states with families on the block, family based. We have a great country, and every country was like that. We have a great world. But Satan is after the world. It's a spiritual fight going on, right? And Satan understand, if I attack the household, I could basically attack the whole world, because the household is where, you know, it's an old saying. It's like, it's an old saying. I forgot the old saying. I said it yesterday, but I forgot. It's something about the household. Oh, everything starts at home. Everything starts at home. And that is so real, bro. It is so real. It is so real. Everything starts at home. And so if mama and daddy get disrespected by this kid, what you think that kid gonna do to teacher and basketball coach and police officer and everywhere you go? Like, and then now you got to go to jail to learn respect, for real. Cause jail, like going to jail, teach you respect, for real. I know it sounds crazy, but for real, jail will teach your ass respect. That's why you see that little disrespectful 19-year-old go to jail about 12 years, come out respectful as hell. Dead serious. And so if it ain't taught at home, man, you get out in the real world, man, don't respect nothing. And so that's why I always say lead with love and respect. And Satan is after the family. That's why I love marriage. I love marriage so much, bro. I love it. And that's why I believe that it's a satanic thing when we giving a man, what's that? What did I say yesterday? The beauty pageant. A man won the woman beauty pageant of Maryland, Miss Maryland. A man won Woman of the Year by President Joe Biden, bro. Like, and I believe that is shit just to destroy the family so Satan could have the world, to keep it all the way 100, bro. And I know I'm going on. This ain't even a topic. My YouTube about to die, so let me hurry up and keep going. What I supposed to talk about next? Oh, God gave me a gift in this call today, right? Well, I don't even want to I keep telling the same story. People are so tired of hearing me getting stabbed, right? But it did come when I got stabbed. You know, like, I got stabbed here. They had to put the thing up here because my lung collapsed. They had to cut me here and stuff like that. I got stabbed in my chest and my stomach, right? And I was in the hospital for almost a month. And I'm going over my life. And only thing going on my head is these Toledo riots. You know, I made CNN, I threw the brakes, and the whole full-fledged riot break out on North Toledo. And so, I'm like, man, I don't even care if I die. This is how I'm talking to God, bro. Like, man, if it's my time to go, I can leave, bro. This is how I'm really talking. If it's my time, because I never thought that I'd make it to 30 anyway. I never thought I'd live that long. So I'm like, well, here it is. But something in my spirit tell me, nah, this ain't it. This ain't the time, right? And so God spoke to me and said, what I put you on this earth to do, you ain't even started yet. Right. And so that's when I started reflecting over my life. Only thing popped in my head was Toledo riots. Right. I ain't have a kid yet or nothing like that. And so and then I realized I have lived a shitty life. I lived a shitty life. I want to live now, God. I don't want to die no more, God. I changed my mind. Right. And so once I wake up, you know, out of the medical induced coma, I got the tube in my mouth and plugged up. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even know where I was at. But I was just so happy to live. Like, it's a spirit. Like, whenever you on your deathbed, it's a spiritual fight to live. And you can't even explain it to a person who ain't never been shot in their head or stabbed in their stomach and, like, had to fight for their life. You can't even explain it because it don't make sense. But it's a spirit fight. You hold on, but you don't even know where you at. But you're just trying to live. I can't even explain it. But you lived, and once you make it and your eyes open, like, oh, my God, your spirit is in you. You won't have nothing left. And only thing I realized, like, today is a gift from God. And at that moment, I was dwelling in the past too much, always stressed out, depressed over stuff happened. Or I was so worried about my rap career, what's going to happen, financial problems, that I was still stressed, having anxiety. You know what? I really did now. Thinking about what's going on in the future and not taking advantage of the gift of today. And I said, when I get out this hospital, I'm going to really live, because I understand today is a gift from God. And that's where I came up with the phrase, God gave me a gift and it's called today. And I started posting that on my stats, and it was just, everybody loved it. Then I put it on the t-shirt. And so, but yeah, that's how that came across. And then the next question was somebody really asked me how did I start the t-shirt line. But yeah, this was my first shirt, was the cast off wear. It was the cast off shirt. And so my slogan when I used to do music, I am who I am, even when it's unpopular. That's for all the cast offs. When our thoughts and what we stand for is different in the crowd, we are a cast off. Because nowhere I was at, I ever fitted in. When I played basketball, I was too much of a thug gangbanger to fit in with the basketball players. But on the block with all the killers, even though I did everything they did, my mindset was like, man, we got to get off of this block. We got to put our money together and buy this community and have, you know, it's a black-owned community. It's a black-owned community, but blacks don't own nothing in this community. The Arabs own everything, the Asians own everything, and we don't own nothing. And we take all this money that we selling drugs with and give it to them, and they take it out of the community. We need to function like Chinatown. That was my thoughts at 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? And so I never really could fit in with them, because them niggas ain't care. Like, man, fuck all that shit, nigga. Fuck all that, bro. Nigga, get money. Throw this shit, nigga. That's what this shit for. And then so, like, we was different. And so even when I was rapping, you know, at the time, everything murder, kill, pop pills, snort dope, all that shit. And I was rapping, even though I had sons, I grew up on the corner, but I still had, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, thought-provoking music, so I never fitted in with the rappers. And so I was always a cast off. I am who I am, even when it's unpopular. And if you like my music, you resonated with that. And so when I used to do shows, I used to sell these shirts. And then I come on the block and sell the shirts. Then I dropped the Southside edition for the neighborhood. And that's just how the shirts took off. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that's how I started. And then I realized people online wanted them, so I made a website, start shipping them out of town. But then when I moved to Atlanta, and then the guy gave me a gift, and it's called Today, shirt took off. I realized it's way bigger than the Southside and the cast off shirt. So instead of cast off wear, I changed to Zaire. And Zaire was a country in Africa where Muhammad Ali beat George Foreman and shocked the world. In Zaire, Africa. And so I was already done rapping, and I was inspiring people through words. So I said, let me inspire people through fashion. And that's how Zaire Unlimited came. Inspiration through fashion, Zaire Unlimited. And that's the guy gave me a gift, and it's called Today t-shirts and stuff like that. But that's how I started the clothing line. I know, man, I'm sorry, man. My YouTube phone about to die, and it's 5:30. So I'm sorry if I'm rushing. You know, I don't want to be on here having y'all on here an hour, 20 minutes again. But that's how that happened, right? And somebody else, the next question was, who was Little Fred? You talking about a lot in your music, you talking about a lot, period. Little Fred was my nephew. Little Fred was my nephew who got killed. And he got killed at 20. The tragic part about Little Fred is when my sister was 4 months pregnant with Little Fred dad got killed. His name was Big Fred. So if y'all listen to my son, I grew up on the corner. I said Fred, Quincy, and Dion died the same month. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think I'm talking about my nephew. But nah, I was talking about his dad, right? So Big Fred was my son. My son was my nephew's dad, and was crazy. Big Fred, whose name was Fred Carter, his dad name was Fred Willis. They call him Freddie Lee. He got killed at like 23. Then his son get killed at 19 by the police. Then his son get killed, which was my nephew, at the age of 20. So all three generations of Fred got murdered violently as basically kids, right? So anyway, so my nephew, Little Fred, that was my nephew. And so when I made the song Lead This World in Peace and all that, that was dedicated to my nephew. And the tragic part about that, you know, Little Quincy, probably like a couple months before Fred got 35 to life for a homicide. But his dad, 20 years before that, got killed like a week before Fred. And Fred and Quincy, the dads was best friends. And then my nephew and Lil Quincy, they was best friends. So 20 years later, after they get killed, their sons get killed and do basically life in prison. And so, but yeah, that's who my nephew Fred is. And that's who his dad was. And so when I say Fred, people be getting mixed up, you know. And I got a whole documentary talking about this on YouTube. And so, but that's who Little Fred is, man. But that's who Little Fred is. Sorry for going through all the doom and gloom, but a lot of people always ask me that. But that's what that is, right? I think I got to get off of here. And so, yeah, you know, one thing I want to tell y'all, right? A lot of people always like, man, how can I give back like you? How can I do more in the community? I think y'all overthinking. You don't always have to give money. If you don't have money, you don't have to give money. If you don't have time, you don't even have to give time. If you have clothes that's in your closet that been sitting there, man, take your clothes and just go give them to the Goodwill. Because they could sell those clothes for $1 and the Goodwill's also giving jobs. So when you give something to the Goodwill, that's a way of giving back. When you got a closet full of clothes, it's too little, or your kid got too clothes, it's too little. If you don't know nobody just to give them to, man, go take that stuff to the Goodwill, and that's a way of giving back. You ain't always got to feed the homeless. You ain't always got to coach or do stuff with kids. Like, just give your clothes that you don't wear no more to the Goodwill, and that's a way of giving back. Everything you do to help somebody, or anything you have that you could provide to be a blessing to, that's doing stuff for the community, bro, for real. That's actually helping. And so, yeah, I'm on the way to moving, and so y'all can't see, but my house is empty. I just took all the clothes. I ain't taking nothing. And I'm about to give all this couch, all this stuff away. And so, yeah, that's a way of giving back, man. And so I know I get that a lot. How can I help give it back? Just take stuff you don't wear and give it to the Goodwill, give it to somebody. And that's how you can give back, for real. That's a way to give back. I just gave all my son clothes that got too little. You know what? You know, I coach kids. Speaking of giving back, right? I coach kids, man. I didn't know. I'm dead serious. I don't know about y'all, but at 8 years old, I did not get musty. I was not musty. I'm in a huddle with my team, so I got like 8 year old around me giving my speech, like, "Hey kids, what's the most important thing to have? A good attitude," coach said. You know, a good attitude. I said, "What's the most? What do we lead with? Love and respect." And as they got their hand up, man, that odor hit me like boom, knocked my head back. I'm like, damn. I try not to cuss in front of the kids, especially saying the N word. But as they like, "Yes, coach," man, that odor hit me, made my head go back like, damn, you little niggas musty. Like, I'm dead serious. I said, man, they hit me. I said, damn, you little niggas musty. And I don't ever want these little black babies saying nigga, man, for real. But I didn't, man, you know, that showed the ignorance in me. That's what's in me, for real. Man, they talk, you know what I'm saying? These little beautiful black little boys, man. Love these little kids, man. Y'all are too little to pack a odor like that. They're like, "Yes, coach said," boom, like, God, leave you little niggas musty. Damn, and I think my son was the mustiest one. Goodness gracious, man, oh my God. And I know I told y'all that story about I thought somebody was musty and the whole time it was me. No, it was them. It was them. It was them little musty 8-year-olds. Goodness gracious. But one thing I'm going to tell y'all, man, y'all know the baddest body odor. And I know I told y'all that story yesterday when I had a dude living with me who refused to shower. Man, must is not the worst body odor you can have. I'm dead serious. Being musty is not the worst body odor you can have. Dead serious. I don't think breath is the worst. Your butt. You know, I'm trying to think of all the things you need to wash. Because you could go upstairs and somebody could be musty. You ain't going to smell them downstairs. Man, them feet, boy. When somebody's feet stink, you can smell that through the whole house. I'm dead serious. Feet. And like I told, when dudes stand with me, man, them feet, man, like just blowing me away every single day. It's like the air was so thick of his feet odor. Like I had to struggle through the air. Like I'm walking and couldn't move because his hair, his breath, his feet was all, and the air was so thick. Like I had to tear through the air like a mama child, like a baby coming out. No, they don't do that. Babies don't do that when they come to mama. I'm watching too much TV. But it's like you fighting through the air, like, golly, it just like, man, come on, bro, man. You know it's time to go. If I got a gag in my own house, man, for real, man. I'm sorry, man. My phone about to die on YouTube, man. Did I talk about everything? Cause my phone really about to die, man. I might have to just make another YouTube. Oh my God, I can't believe my phone about to die. I'm sorry, I had to turn this to a comedy show, man. I'm supposed to be on here serious, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I cannot stop it from going left field. Goodness gracious. But I'm telling y'all, man, yeah. Y'all know what I really can't stand? I'm dead serious. It's story toppers, man. Have y'all ever met a story topper? Somebody, no matter what you say, they gonna find a way to top your story. I'm dead serious. You could just say something like, yeah, man, I went to the beach. I couldn't believe it, man. I'm swimming in the water and my hand hit a fish. Nigga, that ain't nothing. I jumped off a yacht in the middle of the ocean and bumped into a shark. Like, come on, bro, stop it. You bumped into a shark and you still got your arm, bro. That's like a story topper. That been getting on my nerves. I've been meeting a lot of them recently. And ain't nothing worse to me, in my opinion, when you meet a woman who been divorced and everything you do, she compares to her ex-husband. Every story you tell, like, it could be something simple like, or whatever story you say, it brings flashbacks of her ex-husband. Like, yeah, man, you know, I like driving at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, get a peace of mind. Yeah, me and my ex-husband, we used to drive at night. Then we used to pull over and fuck in the back seat. Like, what the fuck we dating? Like, why would I know that? Now, every time I'm with you driving, I'm going to just look at the back seat and think about you getting fucked by your ex-husband. Like, goodness gracious. Like, golly, divorced women would top your story with an ex-husband story, man. Goodness gracious, what am I talking about? Let me get back on track. But let me get up out of here, man. Hey, My phone about to die. I was stay on here longer, but my phone really about to die. So I see y'all tomorrow. I got a lot more to talk about, but we going to talk about it tomorrow. I appreciate everybody who took out the time to tune in. Shout out to all the cast-offs worldwide. Y'all don't know what a cast-off is. A cast-off is being who you are, even when it's unpopular, when your thoughts and what you stand for is different in the crowd. You are a cast-off. Make sure y'all hit like and subscribe, because this make the algorithm go up so more people can see the video. And guess what? I'm out. Well, I think I'm out. I'm on.